I weigh 155 pounds and I'm shooting for 170 pounds. I take protein and I go to the gym Monday through Sunday. Today is my first day on creatine and I'm going to consistently take creatine to see what type of effect that will have on my body and see how drastically that will help me gain weight. The biggest problem I face is not going to the gym. The biggest problem I face is my mindset and my headspace. I'm going to document my weight gain, my exercises, and my mental health. If that is something that you are interested in, come along with me on this journey and let's improve together.
My problem with the thinking is that I get into so much that it actually distracts me from whatever the task at hand may be or whatever it is I'm doing. It's overwhelming and it's something that I deal with and trying to improve on. An example of it is when I play basketball, if I'm in a one-on-one situation, I think about trying to get the ball in the hoop so much that every time I shoot the ball, I actually end up missing. I'll just shit the bed and fucking lose the game hella bad because I'm just thinking so much. So I found some different tactics that I found useful, and I'm going to be implementing them and trying them. Also, this is a protein shake. I take it pretty much every day at the gym, and I just put a scoop of creatine in here.
So the reason that I started working out, I actually started back in about probably elementary school, 5th grade, 6th grade. When I was a little kid, there was like a bully on my block, and one day me and him were like arguing. We were getting into it, right? And he threw like a brick at me, one of those like huge fucking cylinder bricks. He threw that shit at my stomach. I just remember that shit hit me. It was probably like 25, 30 fucking pounds. That shit hit right in the stomach. And I started crying. I went to my dad, and my dad was like, okay, let's go talk to his mom, whatever. He ran away, and then his mom ended up whooping his ass afterwards. But ever since that day, I kind of wanted to be like, honestly, I wanted revenge. I wanted revenge. I just felt shitty that I couldn't defend myself, and that he was able to like beat me up and get away with that. So ever since that day, I started doing push-ups. I would knock out like 100 push-ups every single day. And so going into like 7th and 8th grade, I already had a little bit of a chest. I wasn't super ripped, but then I really started to hit the gym. And ever since then, I've kind of been going to the gym so that I could get away from home. I don't want to be stuck at home all day. I do have a job, but I don't want to be stuck at home all day. And I feel like going to the gym is productive, and it's, you're bettering yourself and your body, so, it's only a good thing, right? There's no bad that comes from going to the gym, really. So I like to go to the gym every day. My main issue is that I tend to like overthink. I think too much. I have a problem with it, I believe. I started reading this book so that I could kind of like control my thoughts a little bit better. Basically, what I mean when I say that I overthink is I could be in a one-on-one basketball situation or a gym, and I'll be thinking about, I gotta make the ball in, shoot the ball into the hoop, blah, 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 whatever it is. And then I lose the game super bad, like really bad. Why? Because I was just in my head thinking to myself, I had to make the ball in, I gotta get the ball in, blah, blah, blah. And I think that honestly has a really negative effect on me. So what I found to be a little bit beneficial for me is that I focus on the feelings, like what my body is feeling, how cold, what's the temperature in the room, the pressure when my foot hits the floor. It sounds really boring, but I think that's the point. It's like something to take my mind off of whatever it is, the task at hand. And I've actually found progress. I feel like it honestly works, and I make a lot more shots and I win a lot more games if I'm not in my head thinking, I gotta cross him up and then shoot the ball, right here. That's gonna fuck me up. I'm not gonna make the shot. But if I'm just thinking about like the pressure on my feet when I'm stepping, and then I just shoot the ball like just casually, I have a better chance of making it in. So I'm not an expert at it. I struggle with it a lot, and essentially I'm trying to gain weight. I want to gain at least like 30 pounds, get to 170 pounds. Really, fill up my sleeves when I put one of those fucking short sleeve shirts on, and I really want to get control of my mental, basically. This is my first week on creatine. That I think creatine is going to ultimately have a good effect on me, though, and I think that it's going to help me gain a lot of weight. So I'm really I'm looking forward to taking all this creatine. Honestly, as far as my mental goes today, I feel relatively good. I feel really happy, and I don't really have a lot of brain fog right now. But what happens is I just get in my head so much, and I just start replaying these loops and these ideas, and it just keeps going. And it only just intensifies and gets worse the more I think to myself, stop thinking about this stuff, right? And to make sure that I'm not the only one that has these feelings. I'm 21 years old. I'm sure that there's a lot of young people, maybe even some older people that have similar feelings. If you want to gain weight, you want to try the creatine thing. Well, I'm going to see how that goes. Or if you just want to, think better, not overthink all the time. Be more grounded, be more in tune with your actual body. That is what I'm honestly really working on, and that is the journey that I'm on. I really want to get good at not being in my head all the time, so I don't have to overthink. When I overthink, that's what makes me fail. It sounds very simple, but it's really not that simple, man. Your mind is a very, very powerful instrument, and when you aren't able to control it, well, the problem is that your mind will literally control you. Like, you may not realize it right now, but it will have a drastic effect on you, physically and mentally. And eventually, you're going to come and figure that out. So I have came to that conclusion and that realization, which is why I am trying to work on myself, my mental, and just be a better person and not be in my head so much. I want to be in tune with my body, because that's just the way it's supposed to be. This is day 1 out of, I don't know how long it's going to take. This is my journey. I weigh about 155 pounds right now. I'm trying to get to 170 pounds. I'm trying to improve my mental, like I said in the beginning of this video. If that is something you guys are interested in, or something that you guys are, going through yourselves, feel free to tune in, and we can get through this stuff together. But yeah, I'll see you guys on the next video. Whether it's a good day, I'm having a good day, or whether I'm having a bad day, we all have our good days, we all have our bad days. That's just the way life goes. But I'm going to document it for you guys, and well, you guys are welcome to come along on this journey with me.